Hey everyone, so today we're off to Fully Charged Live 2019. So this is my first long journey since getting the rapid gate fix. Now, I was hoping we'd get multiple charges, but I've done the sums and it looks like it's about a 200-mile journey, so it's probably just one charge somewhere around Woodall services. But I do want to make sure I've got a full battery for tomorrow, because I'm going down today. Today's a Thursday, and I want to make sure I've got a full battery for tomorrow, Friday, because I'm staying in Milton, Keynes, and then heading across to Silverstone. I don't really want to have to think about charging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge at Woodall, hopefully, if electricity is working, and then we'll go and charge at one of the many polar stations somewhere in Milton Keynes. So at least get 2 charges. I'm going to do this with ProPilot on. I'm going to travel at an indicated 70. So yeah, Eco, E-pedal off, in B mode. I think that covers everything. And I'll have the AC on because it's quite a warm day as well, so I'll have the AC on as well. Not really sure how this is going to go. I don't really foresee any issues because it's mostly just going to be a 1 charge drive, I think. But yeah, let's crack on. Right, okay, so one thing I forgot to do was tell you about the state of charge. So we've got 96% in the battery, 146 miles on the GOM, and we just reset the trip counters. So yeah, I think we're good to go. I'll update you along the way. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've just stopped 3.5 miles into the journey because I realised I forgot to get some readings from Leaf Spy, which I said I would do going forwards. You can tell it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, can't you? Kind of forgetting various things. Hopefully I'll try and get better and try not to miss anything through the course of the day. Battery temperature right now is 15.5 degrees Celsius. It's showing 1 notch below the centre point on here. Battery temperature is, yeah, 15.5 degrees. 140 miles left on the GOM, 93%, 3.5 miles travelled. Right, so yeah, I think next stop, hopefully, will be Woodall services. I don't think I've forgotten anything else. So yeah, let's get cracking again. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so we've just hit some crawling traffic on the A1, just after it turned from the A1M into the A1. This might affect, obviously, our overall average speed. So I'll just give you a quick update of where we were up until we hit this. So we've travelled 69 miles, done an average of 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour, which I think is pretty good for motorway driving, really. Average speed of 53 miles per hour. I've been travelling for 1 hour and 17 minutes. It's currently, I forgot to mention what time it was earlier on, so just for comparison, it's currently 1:12, so we would reset the counters at, I guess, about 5 to 12. So yeah, we've got about 29 miles to Woodall services, 56 miles on the GOM, so I think we're going to make it. I reckon we've got 38% in the battery right now, so I think we'll probably arrive with about 20% in the battery. That's my estimate for what we'll have when we get there. Obviously it depends how long we're stuck in traffic for. One thing I will say about having ProPilot on the Leaf, when you're in traffic jams, the stop-start traffic feature of ProPilot is just fantastic. It removes almost all the stress of being in a traffic jam. I mean, yes, okay, you're going to arrive later than you planned, but you're not stressing of constantly starting and stopping and changing gears, because like, it's stressful in a petrol car, and in this car you just don't have any of that, and it's something I absolutely love about this car. Right, yeah, I'll probably update you again at Woodall. See you in a bit. Okay, right, so we've just arrived at Woodall services. It's 1:49 p.m. I was a bit wrong earlier, we've got 13% left in the battery. We travelled 98 miles and it's showing about 22 miles left on the GOM with 13% left in the battery. We're still averaging 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour and an average speed of 51 miles per hour. We've been driving for an hour and 54 minutes. There's an eco-tricity pump just in front of me, so we're going to try and get a charge and we'll see what kind of charge rate we're pulling. Before I check that, however, let's go into Leaf Spy. Okay, so the battery temperature is currently 30.9 degrees. I've just taken a screenshot of that so we can see that later on. So I'm going to switch off, we'll get plugged in, and we'll see what kind of charge speed we pull. Right, back in a second. Okay, right, so we're pulling a charge now. Right, so let's see how we're getting on if I go across to the battery stats. So the car says we are pulling 37 kilowatts with 13% in the battery. So I think this is going to ramp up and we're going to get a full speed charge. I don't think we're going to have any issues there at all. I'm pretty sure we're going to pull 45 kilowatts once we're around the 50% mark. I'm going to go in and get some food because I definitely need to get some lunch before continuing. So I'll leave the car charging and I'll come back to it in a little bit. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so the charger has just disconnected us after 45 minutes. We're at 87%. We've got 128 miles on the GOM. I'm going to reset the trip counters just before we leave. Battery temperature is at 46.6 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm. I wonder if that'll affect us on the next charge. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if we'll cool down. I don't know whether we're going to cool down on the way to Milton Keynes or whether we're going to keep pumping heat in. I guess we'll have to see what happens with that. Either way, I'm going to get going now. And yeah, next stop will probably be in or around Milton Keynes to find a polar charge point, hopefully. 128 miles on the GOM. Let's see how far we actually have to go to our destination. Okay, so we've got 91 miles to get to our destination, so I think we'll probably make it with... We've got about 130 miles on the GOM, 128. So we've got a surplus of a good 40 miles. I'm sure we'll get there. If not, we'll make another stop on the way, but I think we'll be fine. We'll get plugged in and we'll get on our way. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, right, so we're still on the M1. We've travelled about 61.5 miles. Got 31% left in the battery, 40 miles to go, and the GOM says 45 miles. I'm going to stop at the next service area and do a bit of a top up, simply because otherwise I'm going to cook the battery. Going down into that bottom, I went lower into the battery than I kind of wanted to last time. I really wanted to stay out the bottom 20%, and obviously it meant that the battery got a bit warm during that last rapid. So we're going to put in a bit of charge at the next opportunity, and then yeah, I'm not going to do a full charge. I might get it back up to like 50% or so. And then we'll finish off our journey to Milton Keynes and do a proper charge there when we arrive, I guess. I just don't want to be using the bottom of the battery, just because otherwise, if I do, that charge at Milton Keynes is probably going to end up being really, really slow. And I don't really think there's any need for us to have a charge that's that slow. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for the next motorway service area, and we'll stop in. I'm not quite sure what the next one actually is, but we'll find out. Okay, right, so yeah, that next set of services is Watford Gap services, which we are just coming up to now. Got 28 miles to go, 31 miles on the gong. I don't really think, I don't know, I'll see how long you reckon it takes us to get to 50%. I don't think we'll really need to get that far. Yeah, if it's going to do it in a short period of time, I might just do it anyway. If it reckons it's going to be like 20-25 minutes to get to 50%, I might leave it, but I don't think it'll be that long. So yeah, let's pull in. Hopefully the charger's working, and we'll see what's what. Right, so Leaf Spy reckons the battery is currently at 46.6 degrees, which is quite warm. 47.6 degrees, which is quite warm. I think we're probably going to pull a slow charger for this. But yeah, let's see how we get on. Trip stats, just so you know, we've travelled 73.4 miles, averaging 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour. Average speed of 63 miles per hour. I've been travelling for an hour and 10 minutes. Right, let's go plug in. Okay, so the battery temperature is 1 notch under the first red mark. However, as you can see, we're pulling 26 kilowatts, which is pretty much unheard of with the old firmware. So we're definitely benefiting from it. We're probably going to peak, I'd imagine, maybe about 35 kilowatts. 18 minutes to 50%. I don't know if I want to wait that long. I'll see if I get bored. I've only got 30 miles to travel, so I mean, truth be told, I probably could have made it. Probably could have made it down to Milton Keynes. But yeah, either way, this gives us peace of mind. It means we're not going to be cooking the battery. Speaking of batteries, the battery in the GoPro is close to dying, so I'm going to switch that out. So I'll stop this video here, and we will pick up in a little bit. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, right, so it's currently 13 minutes past 4. We are at 38% and we're currently pulling 26 kilowatts. We've got 56 miles on the gone. We've only got to travel 30 miles. I'm going to unplug here and we'll get on our way to Milton Keynes. We've got plenty of headroom, and it keeps us out of that bottom part of the battery, so I think we'll be we won't have to worry too much once we are there. Yeah, let's unplug. Oh, before I do, let me I'll stop recording that. Battery temperature on here is still 1 notch below the first red pip, and according to Leaf Spy, the battery temperature is 49.1 degrees, so we are very warm. We're not quite at 50. I think 50 is where that first red notch is, but I am going to unplug here just to stop it getting any warmer. So we're going to the electric highway app and we'll stop session early. Right, okay, let's reset the trip counters, and we will get on our way. So, trip counter 1, reset, reset. Okay, right, let's get going.
In 13 miles, take exit 15 towards Wellingborough.
Aisle protected.
That nearly ended badly. Okay, so I forgot to do a video as I got out of the car. Basically, we left the car and had about 17 miles of range left, so it's probably just as well that I did decide to do that extra top up, because otherwise I might not have made it. We're on a slow charge here because I couldn't find a rapid, but I'm tempted to go find the charging hub and see if we can get some more juice in the car. So yeah, let's see if we can head back out to the car, get some more juice at the charging hub, which I believe is somewhere near the coach station. So yeah, let's see if we can find that. Okay, so we've just arrived at the Milton Keynes charging hub. When we left the hotel, we'd managed to... So when we arrived at the hotel, we had 17 miles on the GOM. I don't remember the percentage. We left the hotel with 38% in the battery, and we've just arrived here at the charging hub with 35% in the battery. Now, I've just checked leaf spine. The battery temperature is at 48 degrees, which is still pretty high, but we should hopefully pull a good rate of charge regardless, thanks to the Rapid Gate software update. So, let's get plugged in and we'll see what's what. Okay, so we are connected to the charger. We're pulling 26 kilowatts according to the car, and if we just oops, we go down, sorry, we can see the battery temperature is there. Now let's take a look at that on leaf spy, just so we can see how leaf spy interprets that same data. And we can see here that battery temperature is at about 47.9. It dropped to about 47.4 by the time I had actually plugged the car in, and you can see that we're pulling 25 point something kilowatts. Yeah, it's obviously not, it's not 45 kilowatts, but before we probably would have pulled maybe about 20, if that. So it's a definite improvement. I mean, if we just have a look up there, we can see the charging speeds being estimated. We're looking at 7 minutes to get to 50% and half an hour to get to 75%, which that's not really bad. It's not as fast as it could be, but it's not terrible. Right, okay, so we've been here a few minutes and we can see that we're already at 50%. We've been here, what, 13 minutes according to the charger. I don't know if you can see that from here. Right, so I've got some emails to catch up on, so I'll read those while we're charging, and we will check back in a bit. Okay, so we are just about to unplug because we have hit 75%, which will do me for now. We're pulling at 26 kilowatts, and in terms of temperature, we are at the first red mark. Now, if we have a look at Leaf Spy, you can see that's reporting 52.6 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to go unplug. I'm going to go see some friends, and then I'll probably plug into... I'm not sure if I'll come here later on or if I'll plug into a 7 kilowatt post and leave it overnight. I think I might come here for a bit, but obviously, hopefully the battery will have cooled down quite a bit by then. Anyway, yeah, time to go. I'll unplug and actually, just before I do go, I do actually just want to show you this place, the Milton Keynes charging hub. It is something to behold. There are, if we have a quick look, so it looks like we've actually got 9 charging stations, 9 of these Polar Ultra chargers here, and over there, not quite finished yet, they're putting in some Ionity chargers. Now I believe they're the 350 kilowatt CCS chargers. So in addition to the 9 chargers, it looks like it's going to be, let's see how many they're putting in. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 there, but there's more bays as well, so it could be quite a few here, but there's absolutely loads here. So there's enough for 9 vehicles to pull, what, 50 kilowatts each from these chargers. It's yeah, it's actually really quite impressive. Anyway, time for us to unplug, which I need the card for. Right, so yeah, time for us to unplug. And we'll get on our way. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so that concludes the footage from the trip down to Fully Charged 2019. Now, I do have more footage still to come of the event itself and of the journey back, and a couple other interesting tidbits along the way as well. So stay tuned to the channel for those updates. They'll be coming in the next few weeks. If you did like this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.